Okay, so I'm gonna be making one of my favorite dishes, which is tofu-viche aromatic, and now with wine. So I'm using tofu, of course, as a base, the protein, and I'm gonna be using the acidic wine, which is gonna be matching the acidity from the lemon and a few of the essential oils I'm gonna be adding. So I'm gonna be using the Vinha wine from Ficklin. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that for the marination. And when I think of wine and spices or seasonings, I think of like about 5% of what you're gonna be adding. So that's the additives. The rest is like the base. In this case, it will be the tofu, the cucumbers, the any other vegetables that you're gonna be adding. Okay. So since I don't have a smashing tool, I'm practical, and so I'm gonna be smashing the tofu like this, and of course I ordered the super firm one. Oops. And also what I did is that I used the juice from the tofu too. That way, once it's mashed, it will absorb any liquids from it. So that can be the texture. You can also use your hands, which is my sister's favorite way of cooking. That way she tells me, the best ingredient I always put in the food is love, kind of like butter for chocolate. So when I was a teenager and hang out with her, I'm like, hey Marisela, why does your food taste so good? Well, because I always make sure I put the most important ingredient. What is it? It's like, just love, And ever since then, I learned the importance of massaging food and taking time. Make sure your emotions are balanced. Otherwise, you don't get involved with what happens in the movie, at the end. So that's that. I'm sure someone is going to be editing this video so we can laugh and ask questions. So I already add the wine. I'm going to add my other favorite ingredient, which is Bragg's, has part of the saltiness of that. And again, everything is about 5%, I call it 5 seconds type of thing. The aromatic wellness spices. So again, if you want to kind of see how much is that. Then some bell pepper for coloring and crispiness. Some purple onions that are also green. Does that make sense? Like purple but green butt. And of course, one of the main ingredients that makes ceviche taste like real ceviche or traditional ceviche is celery. So if you always add celery to it, you taste that kind of freshness, and also cucumbers. Those are the main things. The third thing that might make it taste like it will be like tomato juice, or if you are kind of like vegetarian flexible, you can use clamato, which I think they use dehydrated clams or synthetic flavor clams that I have used it before for some of the people that want to be kind of like between vegetarian and universalist, eating flexible plant and animal base. So this is kind of like the main base. Then we're going to add, in this case, instead of using the tomato juice, we're going to use salsa to add that texture. Yummy. Now, ceviche, people say that it always tastes better the next day. So, one of the reasons I think it tastes better the next day is because you marinate it with lemon. And people say, oh, take these seeds out. I'm like, what for, It's part of the fiber, it's part of the wholeness of...
I thought that was just me. I'm just lazy. Some good to see you.
And you know, like,
No, we just
again,
found some other lazy people. So.
And again, how much lemon? It goes back to the 5% additive that you want in there. And even with lemon, depends on the people's flavors and palate. You can even go even 10%. Some people put enough juice to cook their ground beef or the shrimp or the fillet. In this case, it's of course tofu. So you want to put enough lemon, but not over acidic, because we're also going to be using some of the lime essential oil and some cilantro essential oil. So that's that. And with essential oils, to prevent the oils to be saturated in a particular spot, you want to kind of like create a separate resin. So in this case, I'm going to use plenty of fat, which is right here, your favorite vegetable oil. And one of the reasons essential oils are called essential oils is because they bind well with fat, with other oils. But technically, they are aromatic essences. They are the blood of the plant. They are the highest vibration of any consumption you can imagine. Real quick, fresh food, like what we're having here or here, has about 15 units of vibration. Dry herbs or dry plant-based has about 30 units of vibration, which is not too bad for meaning to supplements and things like that. But now, once you put this in the microwave or freeze it or can it, it has 0 units of energy. So it has just empty calories. So the best way to do things is fresh herbs. Now, essential oils has up to 320 units of vibration. That's one of the reasons I do everything aromatic. Skincare, traveling, sports, culinary, anything you can imagine. So that's why I always encourage things as fresh, as seasonal, as much as possible. So then going back to the base that we have here, we're going to add a few drops of cilantro and a few drops of lime in here. And the rule of thumb is that you want 1 drop of oil per each person that is going to consume the dish. So if this dish is for 10 people, you're going to be using 10 drops of lime and 10 drops of cilantro. Now, if you're going to be using something as potent as peppermint, you're going to cut that ratio in half. So you'll be using maybe like 5 versus the amount of people that you're going to be using. Okay? So that's lime. So that's about 10, technically like 12, 13. Depends on how fast the oils drop. Then cilantro, which is one of my top favorite essential oils. Go back to 10. And then, an awesome infusion. You wanna pass it on? You can actually drink it and have an awesome cleansing.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I already add some apple cider vinegar. Okay, so I'm gonna add some apple cider vinegar also. Make sure whoever's editing this video. So maybe like 3-5 seconds of apple cider vinegar. And of course, you know, apple cider vinegar has a lot of awesome benefits.
Here you go.
Thank you. Then another ingredient that makes my signature, it's chipotle powder, which I'm gonna do like.
Oh, I didn't even know it came in powder.
Yes.
What does it usually come in?
So I'm gonna pass it around so you guys can smell it.
Chilies. I don't use a lot of chipotle. So.
Like in a can with the juice,
Yeah, with
right?
the- yeah.
Most people.
Ooh, oh.
It's dry.
I make my own. Oh, that's good stuff.
So I'm gonna pass it around. Are you able to see? So that's how long it's been, like 10 minutes and 7 minutes ready to eat.
10 minutes now.
10 minutes?
Yes,
So
right now.
within 10 minutes, if you have things pre-cut and things like that, you can have a very healthy meal. So I'm going to pass it around for you guys to smell, and I will bring the crackers.
Did you put fresh cilantro in there too?
No, but I will. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me.
Oh my gosh, that's good. Here, I'll take a closer.
Now, normally, cilantro, oh, perfect. Look at that. I just smell cornbread, and it's like 5 seconds.
Oh, great timing.
So I'm going to turn it off. So, yeah, cilantro is very important. I mean, I'm all about using fresh, dry, and aromatics. Because again, it goes back to the units of energy that I was saying, you know, the 15, the 30, and the up to 320 units of energy. So, yeah, so we're
So
adding
any frozen food doesn't have, it has 0 energy?
only empty calories. Yes. So, do you
Oh,
want-
frozen foods?
Yes. Frozen, canned, microwave. It's out of the question unless you need some immediate
What do you mean
calories.
units of energy?
Megahertz, like light. So we all have energy to be alive. The brain has about 90 units of energy or vibration to survive or to function. So again, you know, food has 15, herbs has 30, the bones have about 60, the brain, the thoughts have about 90. When you are in your passion, you can raise your vibration up to 120. When you're in a car accident, your energy drops, or any kind of trauma. So you know, it's like emotions. It goes up and down.
Okay.
Does that make sense, or is it confusing?
No, it makes sense, but I have to.
They came out with this machine about 20 years ago that can measure
The
levels,
biofeedback?
the levels of energy, units of energy, megahertz. So like light has 60 units, your thoughts have about 90, and so forth. So
Okay.
is that?
Does it depend on the thoughts?
Depends on the thoughts, exactly. But you know, the powerful thing is that they did this experiment that if you're in a car accident and you're all stressed out, it might drop to 60 versus 90. But then the second you pull your favorite essential oil like lavender or heliochrysom and you sneeze it, and you go back to normal. And I notice it when I'm in LA, stuck in traffic, and I'm all stressed out, and I'm like, why did I leave Fresno at 2 and I'm here at 7? Pull it up, and I'm like, oh, look at this beautiful building, look at this beautiful ocean breeze smell. And,
Are you sure those are oils?
Oh yes, thank you for that. So I could add some radish in here. Depends of what part of Mexico you consume the food. Like in Baja California, we add olives. We'll add guacamole, aguacate, which I'm gonna add some of this as guacamole. Yeah.
This is yours, Lisa?
Yeah.
Or black pepper, huh?
Yes, there's black pepper, yeah.
Beautiful. And then I think I already some serranos. And depend, you know, like me as a nutritionist, I will add some of the seeds just to have the crunchiness of that.
Is that pumpkin seeds?
The pumpkin seed, thank you. And to me, it's ready to be eaten. So let me be your guest. Let me be your guest. I will add a little bit more of the lemon, just to keep it more on the acidic. And then you let me know how you guys like the pairing.
And then we're pairing this with what wine again? I think you said.
With the Binha Beta,
Okay.
which is on the acidic side. And I think everybody has some, or should we drop more? Should we pour some more?
We might need more.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Just a touch, that's good.
Just a little bit for me.
And you know the crunchiness, that one.
Wait.
I think it was the
No,
other
it
one.
was this one, yeah.
Did I
Well,
do-
now let's see what this
Double
tastes like
tasting
now.
You know, that's the beauty about wine. Now, if you don't mind, hold on that. Once you don't like a wine, I'm gonna help you appreciate it to upgrade it. And with that, we're gonna add rose water to your wine.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not too fan of. Even if it's a wine as delicious as Ficklin or something from Trader Joe's or President's. Yep. So.
Probably should have kept our plates.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
All right. So why don't you guys be my guests here again and get some crackers. Again, no one is with salty crackers or tostadas, but you can do it with chips and so forth. Okay.
Okay, we're ready. Say bye to camera.
In 3, you're good.
Hi, I love the vegetarian carne asada. I am not a mushroom fan at all, but put this in this dish that you made. It was excellent. I would eat this over and over again. Thank you so much for that.
1, 2, and 3.
Okay, I thought your presentation was excellent. I thought you don't need very much polishing at all. You have a natural rapport, so that worked well. As far as the food went, personally, I prefer contrasting flavors. So how you were saying acids with acids and so on. I liked an acid with a sweet, or I don't know. It seems to mellow out the flavor for me. But that's my palate. So.
I would
That's
consider
personal. Yeah.
consider that to actually have like 3 glasses in front of each people.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was
And
doing.
then-
I would.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Thank
I would
you.
sip each one to see.
I will
which one-
definitely do that. The sweet, the acidic one, and the leathery, buttery one,
Yeah.
which involves with the fat. Thank you for that. Awesome. 1, 2, 3.
My favorite part of the evening was using the wellness aromatic spices that Adon creates himself. They're fabulous and wonderful on all of the things that he made tonight, and he sells them himself, so pick up some before you leave this presentation.